My name is Nano. I'm 28 and just got married. I should be having the time of my life with my new husband right now. But things are not going so well for me.
Delivery!
Again? When I checked the box, I saw that it was from my mother-in-law. And when I opened it up, who the hell is going to wear this? There was a bunch of old-fashioned clothes stuffed in the box, and I couldn't help but let out a sigh. This has been going on ever since I got married with my husband. His mother has been sending me her old clothes. I thought she was being kind at first, so I was happy to receive them. But the clothes she was sending were so old and so ugly that I started to feel like this was her way of bullying me. But for my husband's sake, I didn't want to worsen my relationship with her. I was going to ask her to stop sending me her old clothes, but just received your package. Thanks for sending your old clothes again. Oh, it finally arrived? Make sure you take good care of them, because they were all my favorites when I was young. I appreciate the thought, but none of these are really my style. Oh, that's not true. Your face is quite old-fashioned, so I'm sure you look good in those old clothes. What do you mean by that? I know I'm only your mother-in-law, but we're still family. You better not throw those clothes out. Oh, by the way, the next time we meet, wear one of the clothes I sent you. What? Is there a problem with that? So she was trying to bother me. Hey, Sorrel, could you tell your mom to stop? I'm running out of room to keep them.
Why?
I thought I already told you about this. I can't wear this. This is too old.
You look great in them.
Oh, come on. Stop making fun of me.
Just don't wear them if you don't want to.
But she told me to wear them when I see her next.
Then just do as she says. Please don't drag me into this. Ow!
My heart is in more pain, you asshole. My husband is always like this. He never cares about what I'm going through. And to make matters worse, he was a fashionista, and he always spent money on clothes we couldn't afford. But he has terrible taste in fashion, so he always makes me choose out his clothes for him. Maybe I should choose out old, worn-out clothes for him the next time he wants to buy his clothes. And on Sunday, my mother-in-law called me out of nowhere. She's probably going to walk all over me again.
Hey, don't piss off my mom, okay? I don't want things to get tedious.
Why are you on her side? I reluctantly chose out the best-looking clothes from the batch of clothes that she sent me, but this still looks terrible. I had to wear a coat over the shirt because I was so embarrassed. And it was summer, too. Hey, why are you wearing a coat? It's summertime. I'm getting hot just looking at you. Please, take it off. But I don't really like getting exposed to the sun and... If you're not going to take it off, I'll take them off for you. What? You look great, Nano. Man, you look just like me when I was young. You want a red nose with that clown costume? Sorrel and his mother burst out in laughter as soon as I took off my coat. That's when the people around us started to notice how I was dressed, and I heard everyone laughing. I want to jump into a hole right now. I wanted to go home as soon as possible, but my mother-in-law dragged around the shopping mall the entire day. I felt like a clown at a circus show. And when I got home, I cried myself to sleep. I was debating whether to cut ties with her entirely, but my husband didn't seem to care how I felt, and...
Oh, come on, don't cry. It's not that big of a deal.
You're not mad that your wife was embarrassed out in public?
No one cares how you're dressed. You're overreacting.
But everyone was laughing at me.
Well, you were dressed pretty funny.
Tell your mom to stop sending me her clothes. I'm never wearing another pair again.
What? But that would only make her more mad.
So you're saying that she's more important to you than I am to you?
No, that's not what I meant. God, don't drag me into this situation, man.
I shouldn't have gotten married with this asshole. And after that incident, my mother-in-law kept on inviting us to go shopping with her every weekend, but I turned her offer down every single time.
Hey, why do you never come out to hang out with us anymore?
You obviously know why. Don't be stupid.
So you're just gonna neglect my mom like that?
I don't want to hang out with someone who doesn't respect me.
She does respect you.
You're joking, right? I kept on refusing her invites, and that's when her harassment got worse. She probably ran out of old clothes to send me because the new batches of clothes that she sent me had some men's clothing in them. She probably just picked out the worst-looking clothes. Wait, is this a letter? Dear Nano, there are people out there that cannot afford to buy brand new clothes. Now look at these clothes I just sent you. People threw them out when they're perfectly fine. Don't you think that's a waste? While I was reading her letter, I couldn't help but mutter, then why don't you do something about it? I was getting tired of dealing with that stupid family, but I didn't want to just give in and get a divorce. All right, I'm going to get revenge on them. For me. And so, I started preparing. I purchased a sewing kit online and watched a bunch of tutorials on how to redesign clothes. Thankfully, I didn't have to worry about running out of cloth. I had plenty. If she wants me to wear her clothes, then I'll do exactly that. Hey, Nano, when are you going to show your face again? If you keep this up, I'm going to make my son get a divorce with you. Well, I actually want you to do that, but I'm sorry, I'm going to visit you this weekend. Oh, really? And you're going to wear the clothes I sent you, right? Right. Well, one thing is for sure, you have plenty of options. Yeah, I do. Sorry for the wait. You're late. Wait, huh? I'm sorry, I was late because I was choosing which shirt to wear. What the hell is that shirt? I didn't send you this. Oh, this? I've actually been into redesigning clothes recently, and I decided to use the clothes you sent me to make this piece. I had a lot of materials to work with, so I was able to make this beautiful dress. I spun around and rubbed it in her face. My mother-in-law probably thought that she could make fun of me again, but when she saw what I was wearing, she was at a loss for words. Then she started yelling. That's ridiculous. What did you do with the leftover scraps then? I turned it into a towel because I didn't want to waste anything. That's a lie. Why would you tear up the clothes I sent you? That's so disrespectful. But I just remade it. Doesn't it look good? Well, you still tore it apart. Oh well, if you're not happy with that, I'll wear the clothes you sent me the next time we see each other. Sounds like you're not happy with how I'm dressed, so I'm gonna go home. I heard my mother-in-law yelling at me, but I ignored her and walked away. When I got back in the car, my husband came running toward me.
Hey, why would you say that to my mom? She's pissed now.
Well, that's what I was counting on.
And you're supposed to be my wife?
You're supposed to be my husband.
What do you mean by that?
I'm asking you why you're siding with your mother when I needed your help, you idiot.
Nano!
And after that day, Sarao and I stopped talking to each other entirely. I'm not satisfied yet. I have to get revenge on them before I get divorced. But that's when the tide shifted in my favor. My husband told me to help him pack for his upcoming business trip. As I told you earlier, my husband loves expensive clothing, but he has terrible sense in fashion. I choose out the clothes he wears every day, so he can't even prepare for his business trip by himself. And that's when I grabbed a bunch of clothes from the pile of clothes that my mother-in-law had sent me. I'm gonna do exactly what your mother told me to do. And on the day of his business trip, my husband grabbed the suitcase that I had packed for him without saying a word and left the house. I was shocked that he didn't even thank me, but this was to be expected. I made sure to make him wear decent clothes on the day that he left so that he didn't catch on to my plan, but I'm so excited to see his reaction tomorrow. And the next day, my husband called me just as expected.
Hey, Nano, what the hell are these clothes?
They're the clothes your mom sent us.
But they're all so ugly.
But you're the one that told me to do as your mother said. So I decided to help you out by choosing out your clothes from the stuff that she sent us. No one cares about how you're dressed, so don't worry.
But all my coworkers are laughing at me as we speak.
Oh, so they finally noticed you. Congratulations.
Don't tell me you're gonna make me go outside with this on.
Remember how you dragged me through the shopping mall all day? Well, I was wearing something like that.
But you and I are different.
How are we different, huh?
It's just different, okay?
Tell me how.
Shut up, you're my wife. You shouldn't be talking back to me.
Oh, there it is. Blatant sexism. You always bring that up when you run out of things to say. You're so pathetic.
Are you making fun of me?
If you didn't like the clothes so much, just keep on wearing the suit you wore yesterday.
It got dirty.
Are you a toddler or something?
I'm throwing this thing away.
Oh, so you're gonna throw out the shirt your mom kindly sent us. I guess I'll have to tell her what you did then.
Don't, you idiot! She's gonna get mad at me.
Why should I care about that?
What's gotten into you? I was gonna forgive you if you apologized to me, but I've had enough of you. I want a divorce, and I'm gonna throw you and this ugly shirt away.
That's exactly what I wanted, you idiot. When I hung up, I immediately grabbed the bags that I had packed and left the house after signing the divorce papers. I'd already made up my mind months ago, so all I had to do at that point was leave. And the next day, I got a few dozen phone calls from my husband who got home and his mom.
Apologize to me about what you did to me.
How could you leave your husband like that? You ungrateful idiot.
I'm actually gonna get a divorce with you. Are you fine with that?
I already told you I was okay with it. I didn't want things to get heated, so I suggested that we sit down and talk this over one last time. I was wondering if I should have a lawyer present during the talks to avoid making any bad decisions. But that's when I got a text from someone I didn't expect to hear from. When I arrived at the cafe where I was supposed to meet the two, they were already sat down with a lawyer. They both had a large grin on their face. What did their lawyer tell them? You can still apologize, you know?
Yeah, and if you don't, we're ready to give you a big fat lawsuit.
But I didn't budge. I have nothing to apologize for. You bastard! My son is being made fun of at his workplace thanks to you. So, what's the difference between what you did to me and what I did to him? Why would you ever think you guys are the same? I'm sorry, but what you did is basically defamation. But Sorrel had asked me to pick out his clothes for his business trip. I should have every right to choose the clothes that I think would look good on him, and that's what I did. They kept on trying to make me admit that I was wrong, but I didn't budge. They were confident because they had their lawyer with them, but they didn't realize that he was looking less and less confident as the minutes passed. I could tell that he was thinking to himself, this is not what I signed up for. And eventually, the two got impatient and decided to deal their final card.
I want a divorce.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you're paying us damages. Well, do you think that makes any sense? Who the hell are you talking to?
Me, Mom.
Behind me stood a tall man in a suit. My Sayoshi?
Is that really you? Nice to see you guys again.
That's right. This is my husband's older brother. He's a lawyer that fights injustice wherever he sees it. Why the hell are you here? You refused to have us into your clients when we asked you.
Did you change your mind? Don't be stupid, guys. I'm not defending you. I'm defending her. What?
A few days ago, when I was wondering which law firm to go to, my brother-in-law texted me out of nowhere. He told me that he hadn't seen his family in years since he wasn't fond of their selfish, arrogant attitude. I've only ever met him once at my wedding as well.
I heard about what was happening from my mom. Are you truly gonna get a divorce from my brother?
Yes, it's true. I'm really sorry if they're bothering you with this.
No, please don't worry about it. That's between you guys. But I'm just wondering why my mother was involved with all this. She told me that the reason they're seeking a divorce is all because you insulted him. And they came to me asking if I can represent them in court so I can get money from you.
You were a lawyer, right? And a real good one at that. Shoot, I guess I have to start looking for a real good lawyer then.
No, don't worry. I turned them down.
What?
Growing up, I learned not to trust what they say.
Then why are you calling me?
Well, I just thought you might be the victim in this situation. I hope I'm wrong, but please, tell me what happened.
No one has been nice to me like this in forever. I told him everything that went down between his family and I with tears in my eyes. After I was finished, he was furious, and he ended up agreeing to represent me in court.
And so we're gonna seek damages from both of you guys. And you guys did directly cause this divorce.
You're gonna side with this idiot? Do you not know what she did to him?
She did exactly what you told her to. Besides, I can't believe that you were just sending her ugly shirts with the money I was sending you.
Well, wait, what?
You were sending Mom money? Yeah, from around 5 years ago. She came begging me for money when Dad died, and so I was sending her around $1,000 every month. Wait, that much? But I can't believe she was sending Miss Nano clothes that she can't even wear in public with that money. But now I know that you don't even need that money anymore, right?
That's when my mother-in-law started begging. Please, we need the money. If we don't get it, we're gonna go broke.
You have the energy to bully your daughter-in-law, so why don't you use it to get a job? That way you wouldn't have time to pull stupid crap like this.
You're gonna ask me to work when I'm this old already? That's too embarrassing.
It's more embarrassing that you're still out here and bullying people.
Masayoshi was able to completely turn the tide. My husband was freaking out as well.
But we're gonna sue you guys for damages, you know? That means that we are gonna end up getting your money anyway, ha! So, do you guys think you have a winnable case here?
That's when their lawyer, who had remained silent until now, finally spoke up.
The stuff I'm hearing right now is not what you guys told me when I signed up for this case. Could we return to my office and talk about the case more closely? I knew it. But if you still want to sue us, then go ahead. You know where to reach me. What the hell are you talking about? Now, let's go, Nano.
Yes, sir. And so they finally gave up on suing us and agreed to get a divorce. I could have sued them for defamation and ruining our marriage, but that was too much of a hassle. I did end up getting a bit more money when we split our assets, though. Afterwards, my ex-husband and his mother moved in together. Now she stays at home 24/7 to take care of him, including picking out his clothes every day. It's not hard to imagine what happened.
What the hell is this ugly tie? What happened to the ones I brought over?
I threw out all the stuff that idiot bought for you.
Why would you do that?
But the tie is from a famous brand, and I rebought everything for you.
What the heck are these ugly ties? I can't wear these. Even Nano has better taste than this.
Never ever compare me with her. And so now, he's the laughingstock of the company. I bet he's regretting his decision now, huh? But his mother wouldn't get a job, so he has to be the one to work every day. He basically has no freedom now. Meanwhile, I was living more freely and happily thanks to being freed from my ex-husband and his mother. I wasn't going to get married again, but
Over here, Nano.
I'm sorry for being late. After the whole divorce fiasco was over, Masayoshi and I started occasionally hanging out with each other. What is this feeling I have for him? I don't think I'll be able to hold it in for much longer, but I think it'll work out this time. Don't you guys think so too?